Hey everyone, I want to kick things off by talking about something that hits a lot of autistic people hard: friendships. Honestly, they're tough. Sometimes it feels like people don't see us as worth the effort. Sometimes friends are only around to get what they want, and once they got it, suddenly you're invincible. That happened to me a lot in school and college. Guys, girls, it doesn't matter. I put in time and care. It just wasn't returned. I'm sharing this because it's real. It sucks, but it's something that many of us deal with. And maybe by talking about it, we can figure out ways to handle it, protect ourselves, and even still build connections that actually matter. Imagine being autistic and really wanting to connect with people. You show up, you try your best, you care about the friendships. You might even prepare beforehand, thinking about what to say, how to respond, how to make sure that you're being normal enough, not because you want to be someone else, but because you want to belong. And sometimes, even with all that effort, you still end up feeling left out. The hard part is that a lot of social rules ain't actually explained. They're just understood. There are expectations about tones, timing, body language, how often you text, when you joke, when you don't. If you don't naturally pick up on these things, people can quietly drift away without ever telling you why. When that happens, an autistic person might not just brush it off. We tend to replay moments in our heads. Did I talk too much? Was I too quiet? Did I misunderstand something? It's not about being dramatic. It's about generally wanting to understand what went wrong so we can fix it. And when a friendship starts off really well, when there's laughter and easy conversation and shared interest, it can feel incredibly meaningful. A lot of autistic people don't take friendships lightly. If we call you a friend, we mean it. So when energy suddenly changes, when replies get shorter, plans stop happening, or something becomes distant without explanation, that uncertainty can feel overwhelming. Not knowing what happened can hurt more than just being told the truth, because clarity gives you something to work with. Silence doesn't. Autistic people often approach relationships very sincerely. We value honesty. We value consistency. We assume that if there's a problem, someone will tell us directly. That's how we operate. So when communication disappears, or when we find out that people are talking about us instead of to us, it can feel confusing and painful. Not because we expect everything to be perfect, but because we thought we were building something real. And over time, those experiences can make someone more hesitant. Not because they don't want to connect, but because they're scared of getting it wrong again. But here's the important part. Different doesn't mean wrong. Autistic people don't struggle socially because we don't care. If anything, we care deeply. We just process communication differently in a world that runs subtle hints and unspoken rules. Sometimes all it takes is patience, a little directionness, a little kindness, saying what you mean instead of expecting someone to guess. And when that happens, when there is understanding on both sides, autistic people can be some of the most loyal, gentle, and deeply caring friends you'll ever have. Like an autistic person having just lost a friend through betrayal, lies, backstabbing, and even jealousy. All of these things were never autistic people's fault. They only understand social cues, communication, and friendships a lot differently to the average person. When an autistic person wants to meet up or tries to call, but no one answers, it can be the most heartbreaking thing you can do, as all they're asking for you to give them the time of your day, made them feel seen, heard, as they just want to know if their friend is okay, as they can worry about them 24/7 without realizing they actually cared. Because they'll believe rumors about autistic people, which is false, but still choose to believe it as fact. You can imagine how it must feel when an autistic person, when no one picks up and talks to them. It's painful to leave an autistic person in tears, as they won't know how to defend themselves or who to talk to when stuff like these happen. Which is why, if you see an autistic person struggling over friendship issues, being bullied, or having a breakdown, listen to them, hear them, and understand them before judging, because maybe you could be the one person that they can truly trust. I genuinely hope that more of you will be more welcoming to autistic people who have had troubled lives or been through struggles of making or maintaining friendships, as the world needs to do better appreciating and accepting autistic people as that you can't rewrite the past, but you can shape the future. A future where autistic people can have friends and relationships like everyone else. We just ask to be understood, appreciated, and valued. Sure, you'll need to communicate to us differently to everyone else, but it's a small thing that can make a big difference in helping us understand friendship cues and rules that never gets told. I'm sure most of you were saddened when you heard the stories, but it's what I and many autistic people go through in our lives, which I hope this will give you all a life lesson to show equal respect, care, and support to autistic people as well as the friends you have. As I said, we just want to know that someone's there for us when they need you the most. Next week, I'll continue this conversation by sharing more struggles I've had with maintaining friendships. This is Respawn on the Spectrum, and thank you for listening.